Ever notice how most of Iron Man's biggest enemies have a personal connection to him? It's almost like Tony Stark is the common denominator in his own chaos. Today, let's explore a controversial idea. Iron Man created his own villains. This isn't about blaming the hero, but about understanding the complex and often destructive nature of genius. Let's start with Obadiah Stane, Ironmonger. He was Tony's mentor, his father's business partner. But when Tony took over Stark Industries and started changing things, Stane felt pushed aside. He saw Tony's genius as a threat to his own legacy and power. So he tried to take it all, becoming the first major villain born from a sour relationship with Tony Stark. Then we have Ivan Vanko Whiplash. His father, Anton Vanko, worked with Howard Stark on the original arc reactor. But Howard had him deported, believing he was only in it for the money. Decades later, Ivan saw Tony on TV, taking credit for what he believed was his family's legacy. Fueled by a thirst for revenge passed down from his father, he dedicated his life to destroying Tony Stark. The sins of the father literally creating a villain for the son. And who could forget Aldrich Killian? At that New Year's Eve party, a young, desperate Killian tried to pitch his idea to Tony. But Tony, in his typical arrogant fashion, blew him off and left him waiting on a rooftop. That humiliation festered for years. It transformed Killian from a hopeful scientist into a ruthless terrorist who created extremists. He wanted to show Tony and the world that he was not someone to be dismissed. A single moment of careless ego created a monster. Even Ultron was a direct result of Tony's actions. Driven by a desire to protect the world, Tony rushed into creating a global defense program without fully considering the consequences. His haste and his belief that he alone could solve the world's problems led to the creation of an AI that decided humanity itself was the problem. He tried to build a suit of armor around the world, but instead, he unleashed one of its greatest threats. Genius without patience is a dangerous thing. So is Tony Stark a hero? Absolutely. But is he also a catalyst for some of the very disasters he fights to prevent? The evidence is pretty compelling. His ego, his impatience, and his need for control often laid the groundwork for his greatest adversaries. It is a fascinating paradox that makes Iron Man one of the most complex characters in modern storytelling. What do you think? Was Tony just unlucky, or was he the architect of his own misfortune? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives.